What's up, y'all? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. The Colorado Buffaloes took care of business against Arizona like I figured they would. Let's just jump right into it and talk about it. You know how we do.
If this world were mine.
So the Colorado Buffaloes made easy work of the Arizona Wildcats. Look, we're not gonna spend a lot of time because this we saw this coming. This wasn't anything that was out of the ordinary or extraordinary or just shocking or anything like that. I know some people are going to make a big deal out of it. Look, the Wildcats were not a good team. All right, Arizona's not a good team at all. Um, Again, like I said, even without Travis Hunter, they should have won this game, and they did. Travis Hunter didn't even, he played a little bit. He played more on the offensive side of the ball than on the defensive side of the ball. But that makes sense to me because he couldn't even lift his right arm. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't even lift his right arm. So, what are you? You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to use your hands a lot. You're not going to be able to get that leverage, do the things necessary, to control that receiver, to control where that offensive player wants to go, to dictate, at least try to. You know what I mean? He wasn't able to do that. So, I can understand why that was the case. Even though I felt like they would have needed him more on defense, but they didn't need him at all. So when you look at it from that perspective, it's like there was no point for Travis to even be in the game. You know what I'm saying? There was really no point for Travis to even be in the game, right? So it was good that they realized that quick. And of course, yeah, like I said, for the Heisman Trophy, if you want to stay in that Heisman Trophy talk, then yeah, you're gonna have to get out there and you're gonna have to play. But obviously, they made that choice. Like, look, your career, your future is more important than winning this trophy. Let's make sure you're right. And that was the right decision. That was a decision that could have been made prior to the game starting. And I know Travis wanted to play. I know, what I'm saying? But sometimes that's what happens. That was my main concern with him and this Heisman run is will he be able to stay healthy with what the standard that they set, the proceedings that they set, meaning they set the table with him playing both ends of the ball like that, with him playing both sides of the ball, not, barely missing, what I'm saying, a handful of snaps a game, if that. That's a tough standard to set. That's you set that though. You set that. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be hard to meet. And are you going to be healthy enough to meet that criteria? And we got our answer. We got our answer. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, the CU Buffaloes, got that win. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, I think that they can beat Cincinnati. I know Cincinnati's a better team than Arizona. But I think the Buffaloes have what it takes to beat Cincinnati. Again, remember I talked about that defensive line. That defensive line played really good. And you can see that over the course of the last couple of weeks that they were getting better. They were getting better. They were finding the right chemistry of guys out there. They have the right combination of players out there to make those impacts, to have the impact that they want to have, and you can see Lamont Bentley, you can see, rest in peace, Lamont Bentley, but you can see Levante Bentley having some help at his linebacker position. He's not having to chase everything by himself. The Buffaloes are doing a good job. And that brings me to Shiloh. Shiloh had a great game. I'm not going to overstate it, you know what I'm saying, because it's Shiloh. But he had a good game. He did a good job of not getting himself out of position. He read, you know what I'm saying, and then reacted instead of just reacted and then try to adjust after the reaction's already made. He did a better job of that. So salute to Shiloh for that. Sadate, you did a good job, man. But again, you're supposed to do that, Shiloh. That's how you're supposed to play. I can't give you too much for that because that's how you're supposed to play. Period. That should be every day for you, every game. But anyway, we're gonna get past that. Shador, I thought did a good job. Now again, I think Shador needs to do a better job of blocking out his teammates' failures the way he'll block out his own. You know what I'm saying? I know we all can do a better job of that, right? Blocking out others' failures like we block out our own. But Shador has to do a better job of that for the sake of the team chemistry. Not that he's a problem or anything, but you can see some little times, some instances where uh, it might be better for him to focus on, encouraging his teammates or getting past whatever mistake they made. You know, you know what I'm saying? Pushing past that, because the more you point those things out, the more they're going to want to point things out, right? We know how that goes, right? The more you do, the more they do. So you want to try to keep that on the positive side of the spectrum, right? So the more times you want to encourage them in a positive and productive manner, then they'll look to do the same. You know what I'm saying? When you mess up here and there, you know what I'm saying? When you have a bad read or whatever, you know what I mean? And then we saw that wide receiver core again. Like I said, it's come up to this maybe last week when I finally was like, okay, this wide receiver core can get it done. Especially when they implemented Omarion Miller more. I like that kid. And I think they could have used him in this game, even though, again, you know what I'm saying, you see the final score, there was no issues. He would have had a field day against this team. He would have had a field day. LaJohntay Wester, wow. I mean, it started last week when he hit that route with the, you know what I'm saying? He hit that route so hard. Uh, I like route runners. I like guys who can run their routes effectively, who can set up the defense, play him like a puppet. You know what I'm saying? I can get you turned this way so I can go that way. I love that. I love that. And LaJohntay is beginning to do that, you know what I'm saying, more and more. We can see his route running becoming really effective. Really effective. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to LaJohntay, man. That's how you want to, wow, man, making yourself useful, making yourself a target. That's what you want to see. And you can see Shador is finding that confidence in him. We see Shepard made a couple plays. Again, like I said, I'm looking forward to him. They tried to take that touchdown away, didn't they? They tried to take that touchdown away. Great one-handed grab. Again, that's the things he can do when he's focused. When he's focused, not distracted by whatever it may be. I don't know, but when he's on that level of focus and awareness, remember, focus plus awareness, right? When he's on that level, that's what Shepard can do. That's what he can do. So again, you can see, and then before we get out of here, I'm going to mention also, you saw who started at running back? Who started at running back? Gustav. What had I been saying? Gustav can see better. His vision is much better, and he was a great table setter for the Buffalo's running game. A great table setter for the Buffalo's running game. Then you come in with that change of pace, and you come in, with your home run hitters, Dallin, Welch, but you're coming in with a change of pace. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was great. I thought that was how you want to manage that position. You know what I mean? I mean, every position has, terms that you want to manage in a good way. You want to manage Shador properly. You want to manage that wide receiver core. You definitely want to manage that offensive line properly, right? And they're doing a good job of figuring these things out. They're finally beginning to manage these positions better, and we saw that with the running back position with the Gustav starting. Not that he should start every game, but I thought starting him in this game and having him set the table, I thought that was, yeah, somebody was being mindful. Somebody was being mindful. Remember, we talked about this mindfulness, right? So we saw some people actually being mindful with some of the decisions being made. The play calling I thought was great on both sides of the ball. Again, being mindful, understanding your personnel. Shador was getting the ball out of his hands a little faster. Again, you guys, I've been talking about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to keep, but anyway, I'm happy to see that. When you have these receivers, you don't want them just running around all the time trying to get open, looking for the ball. Sometimes you want to get the ball in their hands ASAP and see what happens. Put pressure on the defense in that way, so the defense has to worry about all those things, right? That's what you want to see from the Colorado Buffaloes offense, and we saw that. So hopefully those things will continue. Again, I don't see any reason for them not to. I look for them to play Cincinnati the same way. They're going to have to score, like they scored against Arizona. And I think they can get that W. Get in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Will the CEO Buffaloes be able to beat Cincinnati as well? And if they do, they might be able to be in the runnings for that Big 12. They might be able to be in the runnings for that Big 12. Man, and now that would be a huge accomplishment in itself. Just being in the running for the Big 12 championship, maybe getting in that game. But we'll see. We'll see how that plays out for the CU Buffaloes. Get in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Will they be able to get in the bowl game? I know I asked that last week, but again, after this, I want to see if any of those opinions have changed at all. what you think the CU Buffaloes will be able to do coming towards the end of this season. But anyway, like I said, we're not going to spend a lot of time, so we're going to get out of here. But I thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining me. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to see you guys on that next one. All right.
If this world were mine,